welcome back to my channel. Happy holidays, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas. This is a new begin for the channel. I am in my very own space. Me and my family have just recently moved to a new location, and I am in literally my own space, so we can be together as often as I would like us to be. And I don't have to worry too much about the privacy of my family. So I'm just wishing you guys a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe and prosperous 2020. Just a bit of note, what we'll be doing for the remainder of 2019 is that I will be finishing up all my videos that I had. I did actually pre-recorded them, so I'm trying to get them out before 2019 ended. Other note that in 2020 we'll be filming from this new space so we can be together as often. And I just have a quick little video for us today just to wish you guys a happy holidays. Sorry that I missed Christmas. I was actually working on Christmas and Boxing Day, so I was working on the 25th of December and the 26th of December, so sorry guys. And I was also working on the 23rd and the 24th. Yeah, I have a pretty demanding job. So let me get to that short video, and happy holidays. Hi guys, welcome back to Top Down View. Even though I did move, I still do live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you will hear those motor vehicles in my background. I am actually filming at night, which is pretty cool, because where I was before, filming at night was nearly impossible. I was mostly relying on the natural light of the sun, but I'm in my own space, so I could actually film at night. So for this quick little video, I'm decided to use the Joseph Hartmut pencils that I got free from wish.com. A bit of info on these pencils I recently found out. These pencils, Joseph Hartmut, are also sold on AliExpress. And according to their description on AliExpress, they're actually an oil-based pencil. And but it's the same pencil, and actually the color variation in the 12 set on AliExpress, is different than the color variations that I got in this free 12 pencil set. So if you noticed, I have my little sketch of grapes here. I'm also using the sketchbook that I got from Anna, from Anna's drawing channel when we did our collaboration together. She sent me this little mermaid tail sketchbook, and this is what I've been sketching in for the past few days, and I'm actually enjoying this sketchbook, believe it or not. I've been doing a bunch of little fruits and citruses, and this is just a little color thing that I was trying to do. So I just throw a bunch of fruits in here just to basically use this sketchbook. That's because of my New Year's resolution. I've made, well, I think it's probably the only New Year's resolution that I have made for 2020, and that is to complete all the sketchbook that I opened in 2019. And this sketchbook that Anna has so graciously presented me was one of the sketchbook that I opened in 2019, and so I've made my New Year's resolution to finish this sketchbook for 2020. Is there any New Year's resolution that you guys have made? Feel free to drop them in the comments below if you'd like to share them. Okay, so let's start coloring this bad boy. Okay, we're finished coloring my grapes here, and what can I say? These pencils, I'm sure you have seen me in the video struggling with these pencils. Their layering ability, as you guys can see, is it's a struggle. I mean, I actually had to fight with the pencils in order to get this diversity of layers. It was just not working out for me. But they're free pencils, and what can you say when it comes to free pencils? You will have your defaults. The color payout, again, you guys know the color payout is not that bright, but it's just a little practice that I'm doing, learning about the mediums that I like working with, learning about art. And let me go into some reflections. Okay, so it is the end of the year, and I have now been doing this journey into art for about a year and 6 months. At the end of 2019, there's a few things that I've discovered about myself when it comes to art. The first thing I've discovered about myself is, even though I am in love with watercolor, I do love working with watercolor, and I do love working with alcohol-based markers, I actually think my first love is coloring pencils. And that's slowly because of how I buy art. I will think twice before buying a new set of watercolor paints. I might even think twice before getting any new markers. But when it comes to coloring pencils, I just love them so much. And so I think that my medium of choice is actually my first medium of choice. Some of the things that I have learned about myself in 2019 is that I love working with coloring pencils. The second thing that I've discovered about my art is that I have literally improved. I mean, a year ago in 2018, when I took this journey, I would have fretted how to do some of the drawings that I have done. And you guys will see in upcoming videos some of the things that I have done, because I do have plans to show you. And now it's just coming to me naturally, and I am developing an art style, and I'm quite enjoying the process. The third thing I learned about myself is that I love to be very specific. Like, for instance, when it came to Inktober, I actually put together a sketchbook solely for Inktober. The same thing I did for Huevember. You guys may not have noticed, but I did participate in Huevember of this year, and I also put together a sketchbook solely for that purpose. And I'm doing other little challenges, and those challenges, I'm putting together sketchbooks solely for those challenges. So it's not just, oh, I'll just use a sketchbook I have for those. It's like, oh, I need a special sketchbook just for those art challenge. And I discovered that I actually do enjoy doing art challenges, and I actually do enjoy putting them in their own sketchbook. And for instance, this sketchbook here, even though Anna has gave it to me, sent it for me for one of our collaborations, and my first drawing in it is this little mermaid, because I know how much she loved mermaid. I started to do projects in this. Like, for instance, I did this pumpkin here, and this is just using my Marco Raffine coloring pencils. Like I said, I actually do enjoy using coloring pencils. And it was like, oh wow, this is really nice. And so then I started, and I also used the Crayola coloring pencils, and I just started to put strawberries in here. And then I started with kiwis and a banana. And then I just decided, let me see how these mediums are working, because I'm finding I love working with color pencils. And I was like, okay, so do cherries. And then I did some oranges, and I believe the next one is lime. And the last one I did was with grape. And all these subsequent one after the pumpkin were all done with the Crayola coloring pencils and Papermate, because I do also have Papermate coloring pencils. And these were done with Crayola and Papermate. And you see how beautiful these are, sorry, oh my god, bad English. Jackie from Nerdy Crafter would say English #1. Look how nice and bright my strawberries are here compared to these grapes. I mean, it's night and day. But that's because I was struggling with these coloring pencils. Fighting the white of the paper, fighting the pencils for layering. It was just a fight all around. But you know, I'm a fighter, so I love the challenge. And the last thing I discovered about myself when it comes to my art is that I actually love doing art and jazz at the same time. I don't know where it was, but while I was illustrating those grapes, I was actually listening to some piano playing jazz, and while I was coloring the grapes, jazz was actually playing in the background. So I actually do enjoy listening to jazz while doing art. I didn't know that, but it's just like, oh yeah, I know there's other artists who prefer, you know, doing other YouTube artists says, oh, they prefer listening to audiobooks, and others, oh, they watch movies, or they watch a series, or they, you know, they binge watch something. I just sit here, put some jazz on, and I just start, and it's just so soothing and relaxing for me, and I'm just in my own zone. Now you guys have found out some stuff that I have discovered about myself in 2019 when it comes to my art and its journey. And you know, I enjoy sharing it with you. And if there's anything that you guys have discovered about yourself in 2019 and you'd like to share it with me, feel free to do so. I hope that we continue on this journey together and discover more things when it comes to art in 2020. And who knows how far this is going to take us. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.